man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what? To absolutely no one. The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing.
I just catch YouTube clips,
now.
bro.
Yeah, started now.
I just catch a YouTube clip.
Nah, I hear it, but that was incredible.
We rolling.
It's electrifying, fam. I can't lie.
Yeah, there's peaks in
It
the
brought me back. Hey,
Listen, I had to give you a shout out this week.
Nah, I saw it, bro.
Yeah, still.
Your origins, you done no chicken
You
bro.
have to. Chicken brother.
These man, you see when these man were young, him and my brother, they thought the Black Hardy boys. They call themselves
Why am I not
chicken
surprised?
Hey, do you know what?
Jumping off the ceiling,
Why am I not surprised?
Femmed is
off the
nuts.
ladder, through the glass table.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
He's
Man doing the swanton. Hey, listen.
Your brother's a daredevil.
Bro.
At least he was when he was younger.
No, now no. I'm still that though. 100.
100. All right, introduce yourself. Tell the people who you are. This is obviously family. This is incredible. This is actually a very special moment for me.
Definitely,
because
because I remember all the way back getting a message from mum, from auntie, big auntie Tyle, and then getting shown notes on the show before the first episode was even done.
That's crazy.
281, big up 281, big up you, man.
Yeah, man.
Love.
Big up Chafford. You should. If your story would have been dope if you ended at 100 episodes.
we missed the trick. We actually missed the trick.
Missed it, lads.
Oh,
Missed it,
That's
but yeah.
funny.
180 episodes later. Oh.
Yeah, no. On branding, bruv.
Yeah, you got
But yeah. Come on brand, lads. But yeah, yeah. First and foremost, I'm Demi's cousin. We're family. Do you already know? From the sandpit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I go by the name of TinyMan, TM, Magnum Mike. You don't know Magnum. You know, man, don't really drink Magnum no more, but we still got to keep it there. Alliteration. Michael Maneuvers, whatever you want to call it. Mr. DLT, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you want to call it. Well, actually, you know what? I just call myself TinyMan Michael. And I let the people do the rest. But yeah, man, we're here. Big up. Love for having me.
Come on, bro.
Well, I am two Dems. The real is back. The real is back.
Come on.
I am him, Himothy, Himmy Neutron. Listen, I tell you guys to do your Googles every week. If you don't know who I am, get to know. Dancing DK. Watch your back. The best member of the DSS.
Yes, sir.
DSS, big up DSS.
Every time.
That is hilarious.
You seen the Formula 1 trailer?
Yeah, he's in it.
That shit looks cold.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Has it come out?
Nah, it's not out yet.
it's not
But
out.
I mean, I think the benefit to them will be that they did everything. So they actually did the Formula 1 thing. But yeah, I'm gonna pass it to my partner.
Yes, sir. Cole Sanusi, Don Corleone in the building, the one and only.
Yes, sir.
AKA Ethel Coolins, AKA C-Note, AKA Hollywood Cole, AKA Dog Dad. I ain't got a life no more, bro. That dog's ruining my yard, bro.
Swear.
Yeah, he's
What's he done now?
He's going through that adolescence phase. So he seems calmer than when you guys came the last time.
Yeah.
But he's just up on badness whenever you don't see him. So you need eyes on him, basically. But anyway, I digress. Coming from your left there, your right ear, surround sound, smart speakers, portable speakers, you name it, we dare. Episode 282.
Damn.
Is it 282? It must be.
Jamie, pull up.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
It's Eman G45, the G solid, my name, the 45 is silent.
Come on.
Sir.
Hey, yo, pull up. Pull up.
Really.
I need to pattern my intro. Yo, that's crazy. Come again.
Eman, go again.
Come again, GG. Let's go.
It's Eman G45, the G solid, my name, the 45 is silent.
Come on.
Cold.
It's your Bogway,
Come on.
Prince of the East, Tinfoil Hat Eames, R&B voice is very much present.
Indeed.
Come on.
Black Mamba Dove, Cheetah Yam.
Yeah.
My God is better than your God. Simple as.
You already know.
Shout out to you and whatever you're doing in the festivities, but my God is always better than your God.
Facts.
Can argue all day, but facts is facts.
Come on.
Anyways, 2-8 sighting.
Yeah. So
Let's go.
that's a theme. This is
Intro.
Yeah, family. Do you know what? I think one of the reasons I really wanted to get you on is just how and we've all probably got that figure in our life. I think for you, it'd probably be your brother. I don't have an older sibling, so I really spent a lot of the time growing up emulating, like, I think that's the word.
Emulating?
Yeah, emulating. Just a lot of the things that I'm interested in now came off the time we would have spent together. I remember, is it Mizenden? When first time hearing 21 Seconds is in his house. I remember at church he did something like he spat one of the verses for 21 seconds. I was like, yeah, that's it. This is my genre for the rest of my life. Anything that's related to this, I'm doing it. Obviously, introduced me to WWE. I wasn't really allowed to watch it at my house, but best believe all of the moments in WWE were introduced to me because of yourself. And just like all round good person as well, which I think is really important.
Very important in this world.
100%. But I think introducing me to hip hop, rap, and of course, how can I forget Arsenal?
Come on.
That was actually the most important thing.
That's the most important thing.
Listen.
That is the most important thing above everything.
You're Arsenal sport.
Yeah, have to.
I'm not.
What?
Is that how it was?
No, I am, man. I am. Through thick and thin, bro.
Yeah, have to.
Man.
Yeah. Bad decisions were made that day, but obviously, family's family. I don't think I could have gone into that house supporting any other team. So,
No cap.
Yeah. So yeah, really important figure in my life. But just want to talk about you and everything you're up to. I can't keep up these days. Obviously, DLT Monsters coming up, and I saw
sir.
you're very heavily involved. Also found out your favorite song is Tribe Called Quest.
Find a way.
Yeah,
Big tune.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. There's an origin for that one because it's like I feel like the first time I heard that beat, I was like, I've never heard hip hop like this ever. The drums, the syncopated snare. I was like, this sounds like a new world. What is this world? The world was Jay Dilla.
Whoa.
The world was Jay Dilla. So, and for me, that was like the foundational sound for my like artistic like pathway. Without Jay Dilla, without that soul movement, without artists like Tribe Called Quest, De La Soul, etc., Mos Def, etc. My sound, I wouldn't have nobody to be inspired by. So that's why that's my favorite song. I got asked that, but you know when you have too much time to think, I'm thinking there's just too many songs.
Yeah.
But when I think about impactful songs that kind of like songs that kind of define an era in your life or a chapter in your life,
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's the one right there. So,
Mad.
yeah, man.
I really respect that. So for you, how are you trying to focus on everything? Because it seems now the main priority for you is hosting.
No, I wouldn't say so. You know?
Okay, so what would you say?
So this is the thing. I think with society, when you're a multifaceted artist, there's like a war in between being good at those said things and presenting like you do those said things. So
Okay.
a lot of the time, it's kind of like how I see it. A lot of the time is just being like a multidisciplinary artist. So today I might want to do hurdles. Tomorrow I might want to do shot put. The next day I might. Right now, I'm thriving at. Do you know what I'm saying? Shot put, but it doesn't mean that haven't been practicing hurdles, ready for hurdles. If hurdles comes, you know what I'm saying? And I think on one side it's a blessing because it reminds me that like, yo, you can be stuck in your ways but still operate within the realm that you're supposed to be in. So everything I do is music related. When I'm on stage, I thought this to myself. We talk about muscle memory and stuff. Yeah, I did Stormzy's tour in 2022. I think hosting the last 3 shows, 2 in Dublin, 1 in Glasgow. Yeah. And someone asked me like, bro, like, doesn't that get to your ego? Like, it's not you performing, like you're hosting. I said, brother, think about it. Muscle memory vibes. I got mic in my hand. There's thousands of people in front of me. I got in-airs in, and it's my job to keep them entertained for an hour before Stormzy comes in. Yeah, with Rachel Anderson, which is the DJ. Rachel Anderson. Isn't that what being an artist is about?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
All I'm doing, bro, is literally tapping into different realms within the same matrix, G. That's all it is. Today I wore red. Yesterday I wore blue. Today I'm wearing yellow. Simple, bro. That's all it is. So when people come to me and say, is it looks like hosting is doing better than music. But I'm like, bro, I'd never be this good of a host if I wasn't a musician.
Wow.
Because you see me, my thing, like, it's not even on a. I just know what space I hold within this frequency. You know what I'm saying?
Sick.
Whereby I can sing along to people, I can sing with people. I know how to do certain things because I'm a musician first, and I see how that translates to me being a host. So for me, as long as I can do all of them at once, it just means I can still be that person. Again, another analogy: Federer on grass, Federer on hard, Federer on clay. Still Federer, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? He might not be as good on one. You know, you get them tennis players, they kind of
love
win more Wimbledons than US Opens. You think, why?
Nadal on clay.
Get me?
that's
Bro,
a perfect
I'm just trying to
analogy.
be somebody that is an all-rounder, a respectable all-rounder that disciplines every aspect of that craft. And that's it, bro. Yeah, man.
That's incredible. So you touched on the Stormzy opportunity. I don't want to call it that. Like, you shelled it. But for you, what's the best experience you've had thus far? I know you've been in some great rooms around some great people.
Damn, that's a hard question, bro. I think, do you know what I'd say? Yeah, the best opportunity, not opportunity, but experience for me was being a host, being a person that has to introduce another artist on stage because it does something to you.
What is that?
Cool. Artists, we have like artistic integrity and egos and
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? As an artist, I'm a musician. I've been a musician from time, musician from ages. I've been on stages introducing people where I could be performing as well. To some people, it could do something to the ego. Like, why it's not me? Do you know what it done to me, blood? It makes me say, yeah,
Hungry.
I'm in the right place, bro. Because from man could be frontline and backline, G, it's powers. It's lethal. From I can introduce an artist and still be on, bro, I can introduce an artist, yeah, and be on stage with that same artist and do a song with them, bro. That's powers, bro. But I ain't gonna get that experience unless I've been put into the deep end, humble myself, understand that I'm of service, and understand that at the end of this is an experience and something to add to your armor, G. Because me, I tell everybody, hey, I might not be the most IQ. Put a mic in my hand, put me on stage, no one's chatting to me, bro. Because I've lived this since I was 16, G. Grassroots football.
For
you get
real.
me? See how man are trying to boy off Sterling, fam?
Yeah.
I feel like Sterling sometimes, I can't lie.
Say what?
I'll be real.
The amount of things we've done with, like, as far as like Sterling's concerned in our chat, like, I'll back it. Maybe because he's the same age as us or he's from the same, like.
You need to remember what he's done.
I think people rub him out way too.
You need to remember what he's done.
For real.
His mileage, yeah? Some people's mileage as they're thriving, they'll never reach his mileage, bro.
Nah.
Been out here.
Yeah.
Walcott. I'm Walcott. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Them man that started early, do you know what I'm saying? That maybe people are thinking, how's he still doing this? Like what the hell?
Yeah.
Always find a way to reinvent yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? And still be in the mix, not in the sense of popularity or clout, but when time calls and England say, yo, you ready, Walcott?
Yeah.
Testimonial. You're going to go on and injure yourself for 5 minutes. You're going to hold it down. You get me? So that's how I see it. It's just a learning experience and just...
You just have to keep, like, as you're doing.
Yeah, for me,
yeah.
biggest opportunity was the opportunity to prove to myself that I don't need it to be the frontline musician in order to maneuver and thrive. You know
But how did you pull that? I mean, to quote Kendrick, how did you pull that? How did you take that ayahuasca? How did you look inside? How did you look inside and be like, yo, I'm okay with that? Because there are a lot of people that wouldn't be.
Bro, do you know what it is? I think it's just how I am as a person, bro. And I feel like over the last 5 years, yeah, man, just been doing mad internal, like, understanding my brain, bro. Do you know why for that? That was a responsive thing, you know. And this is why I know I'm comfortable here. That's why I know I'm comfortable here. Because for that split second, it felt like I just would have manned them. That's something I would say, and the man will joke and he'll be like, "Why they always saying why?" And they will say something and go, "Why for no reason?" Cool.
No, he is the worst.
Where that?
Yeah,
he's the worst.
It's just hilarious to say sometimes.
100%.
It was since 2010.
Big up.
Have you been saying Paul 2010?
Yeah.
Dipset.
Yeah, listen. Hey, what's my man's name? Please tell me.
Dame Dash.
Yes.
got a pause button.
Paul saved my life.
Paul saved.
Is that what he's
He said, no.
Oh.
Have you seen the video?
No, I just saw where he had a pause button.
Hey, listen, there's a clip where basically he was talking about everything that's going on with Diddy and whatever, and he says, people didn't come up to me because they knew I went on that stuff. Maybe saying pause saved my life. I said, wow.
Fair enough.
Fair
The
enough.
fairest of nuts.
Fair enough.
You can't even.
I can't even be mad.
I can't
Fair
be arguing
enough.
that.
Saved my life. But yeah, no, I was saying in the last 5 years, it's just understanding how one's mind works and understanding that I see things from a different perspective. I look into detail, like I'm trying to understand, why do I process things like this? Why do I make music like this? Just, do you know what I'm saying? So with that kind of thing, it makes you look deep into things. Like you do, like you said, what's the ayahuasca, innit? The ayahuasca is understanding that, like it's deeper than, like it's not about me. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're actually of service to man. And if you're actually good at something and you can see in real time how people react to how good you are at that said thing, it's your duty to either say, I'm going to do this, or it's your duty to go, I'm good at this, how do I spread that energy? Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of in the state, I'm in between two where I know that I can do it, but then I know that some things are just, it's not about me, it's just about me being of service. So, and if I'm me, the one person. So no matter what I do is coming back to me. Yeah, man.
I guess my question is, because I've never really been able to, I can't pin your sound, and that's probably a good thing. What would you say is, and it's twofold, what would you say, so everyone can get involved in this, but the first question goes to you. What would you say is the future of your sound? And then what would you say is the future of rap, hip hop, which you predominantly, a space that you predominantly occupy?
That's a good question. I say, you said the future of my sound.
Yeah, and I want to see what you think is the future of like hip hop, rap. Is it even something you can get down with? Because I wouldn't think it's for what's happening right now. It's
But
something
then-
you're happy with.
Yeah, but think about the question you asked, bro. You said the future of the sound that I represent, and then you said the future of where the sound that I represent will be. Do you know what I'm saying? How would it sound like in the future? Hopefully good, bro.
Yeah.
Online. Yeah.
Because we have good references. There's still a lot of dope artists in our scene that's been doing their thing, still doing their thing, contributing. And then there's a new wave of younger artists that are just aliens, bro. Aliens of musicians that want to actually not make stuff that everyone's making, but they want to do stuff that's unorthodox and musical and to the times and nostalgic. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's in a good place. There's always works in cycles. With respect, I love all kinds of music, but there's only going to be a certain time that people can bear a certain sound, innit?
Yeah.
We've had enough of certain things.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's continue and move on. People want to hear good vibes, whatever. Different sounds. People want to hear. People want to go back to lyricism. There's a lot of that conversation right now. People want to hear.
I don't think so.
Go on.
I think people are going to go back to the clubs.
You think?
Bro, do you want to not
Clubs,
go
bro.
back to the clubs? People
Back to
never
the
left to the club. Never left the clubs, bro.
But I mean,
Or you say club, just like club happy
Club-
music,
club happy
nothing
music.
too deep.
nothing
no,
too deep.
I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear you.
especially for like the youth, because right now it's either drill that's just running the space, but drill is at a space where it's just like, can we really continue to listen to this? I'm only talking about the UK. I'm not talking about
Because for me, I'm thinking, because I can't speak for the younger generation, because I'm not tapped in like that.
Yeah.
I can only speak from somebody from the outside in and somebody that operates within a scene that my sound is involved in it, and I can see what's going on, even with the younger generation, like the younger musicians, all that kind of stuff going on, and just the vibes. Like I can see the spare of these, like the younger cool kids. They're like hip hop soul. They're jazzy.
The only reason why I say that is because if we really think about it, for like the past 4 years, of course, yes, pandemic has been whatever, but like a lot of music and a lot of musicians have really gone into like the real depth of who they are.
Yes.
They've discovered who they are and so on and so forth. So their music output is changed. Whereas I think now there's a new generation that just wants to party. So I think that's probably gonna be the new wave of music that's gonna come forth.
Mm.
In terms of styles, I want to say maybe jungle might have a comeback.
I'm interested.
Garage come back as well.
Oh yeah.
The garage sound.
Now's the time.
I think it's dope.
Yeah.
Because what's
Nah,
that?
yo, that's a sorry, damn.
Go
That's a
on.
really dope point, yeah. Because because we were gonna talk about frequency, yeah. It's definitely a good time for that kind of music where it's like you don't have to think about it too much. It's just a vibe. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's space for that, but then I'm saying there's another space within this whole spectrum. There's a spectrum of whereas I can't speak for certain crowds or people. We can't speak for certain crowds or people because it's buzzing everywhere. Music is just. It's like music is the blood flow of the world, bro. It's just. It's just going every second. Something's going off. New sound, whatever. Like with the current climate of that kind of like club vibe and happy vibe, Afrobeats is thriving because it describes exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain genres and songs that will be everlasting and like just the club like party culture will never die. But then that other space I speak of are those people that have had enough of probably hearing that club stuff all the time. That want to get back into the bag that you spoke of.
Yeah.
That introspective. They want to hear rappers that are telling stories. They want to hear melodies. They want to hear substantial music, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? In a sense. I'm saying it's in a good place because you got the artist that's making that music and you got listeners that are ready in that space now. Ready to receive. Someone like Cleo Soul, bro.
Oh yeah,
Gigi. The music she makes is for people like, you know, it's intimate in a sense. Like you in your yard, just kind of like doing shadow work, you know, lights off, Palo Santo, you're just meditating and that. But you go to the concerts, it's like you see those people acting the way they would at home, but they're in the concert, bro. It shows you that people are open and like, bro, there's a lot going on in the world, bro. Music is healing, yeah? The same way we had to do all that work in lockdown. I feel like we've circled back and we have to do it again, being outside, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
GG.
Yeah.
So, bro, I fell in love with Amapiano in lockdown. Life now would have never given me the time to do that, bro.
Oh yeah.
So,
1000%.
you know, I feel like with music, it's cycles, it's timing. There's a lot of universal stuff in that as well. And again, like you say, the frequency of the people, man, there's a lot going on in the world. Put on a song where we don't need to think too much and party. But when I'm at home, give me a song that reminds me of who I am or reminds me that it's not every day turn up. So,
Which is why I'm surprised. Or you said, I think lyrical will come back. And I say that because of what happened last year. I felt like that was almost the two sides battling in terms of ideology, in the sense of either more lyrics or we're going out and this person just makes club bangers.
Are you talking about Drake and Kendrick?
Yeah. And I felt like that was almost those two ideologies at a standstill. Like, I mean, I know I didn't like it at the time, but I look back on Euphoria, I was like, this man is rapping. It's not even in the same league. Do you know what I mean? Or even just a lot of the highlights that I'm having now and when I'm enjoying rap at its most is when it's not necessarily all about the turn up, you know? I feel like that's the direction.
So it's back to the art.
Yeah, I think so. And that will be more respected. Now, I guess my argument, someone could trump my argument by just saying, well, look, Playboy Carti just came out last week, did 302K first week, went crazy top 10. His music, for better or for worse, is nonsensical. But I don't know, that's
It's all about the vibes and frequencies. I learned something the other day. It's like sometimes not even about the words, man. It's like it's just the melodies, it's the beat, it's just.
I know what. Yeah.
That's what he does the best. Like,
No, I agree.
We were
I
talking
agree.
about this before you guys came, and we were saying like, again, we're not the biggest Carti fans, but there's a couple songs on there which are decent, and I think the thing I like about him the most is he's good at creating earworms.
Yeah.
Where you hear a loop, he'll do like a little 3-second loop or something, and you think this sounds really weird. A day later, that
It's done.
little freeze. No, it's not even a chorus. It could be something that's in like the like verse, and
so
you're like, all of a
powerful.
sudden that's like stuck in your head.
Yeah.
So when he put out the deluxe last week,
He put out Deluxe.
yeah.
How many songs on the?
There's 30 songs on it already.
Yeah, man, it's like 5 more songs, bro.
How much is
Man did a Chris Brown.
5 more songs.
Chris Brown did 70,
Yeah,
92
Yeah,
or
that
something,
was
innit?
gross, man. That's not, you're not even manipulating the streams at that
Oh,
point.
them man there. They're
Nah,
sick, bro.
man.
And one of the songs on there is from like a snippet that went like super duper viral last year.
What was it?
Called 2024.
Oh,
That was a
okay.
2024 music song. And hearing it back, I'm like, I was expecting the thing that was the snippet to be the chorus, but again, it's just a bit in the song. It's like one bit of the song. I'm like, raw, this guy is so like.
He's very good at that. That
I don't know
Evil
many people who can do
Jordan.
that.
That Evil Jordan was special. Thinking to go in from popular into his vocals. That was genius, man. And the way the beat switches from popular, which is already a beautiful song, into that, I have to take my hat off. He's also got a song on there called Crush, which lends to your argument because he's not saying anything on that, but it just goes hard. I don't know what it is.
There was something I saw on either TikTok or Instagram, and it basically is concluding everything that you're saying. Is like Carti knows how to just basically strip it really, really down and basically give you the most minimal stuff.
Oh,
and
okay.
make it work.
Is this the idea that he's an abstract artist, in the sense of like, I don't know, say
Yeah, like there is art.
Yeah,
in what
yeah,
he does.
I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe
there
it.
is- It's strictly art in what he does.
I believe that.
yeah, because
Yeah, go on.
Because to my point, I feel like, say for example, someone like a J. Cole is more like a Michelangelo trying to paint. Maybe J. Cole's not the best example, but there's people who have real soul and they're trying to create the Sistine
Black
Chapel.
Thought. Black.
Yeah, and they're trying to create the 16th chapel. You can tell when they're trying to
it's
find
deep.
pockets. They're
It's
trying the
deep.
lyrics.
It's deep. They're on another level.
Carti's really pulled it back. Who's my man that just does those?
No, you know what? You know
From
what
the
he
80
is? Nah, he's the guy that he's a great artist, but then all he did, he just said, forget all this. I'm just gonna do lines and squares.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Is it Picasso?
I have no idea. It's definitely not Picasso. He just did lines and squares and then did like 3 colors and then said, this is exactly the same painting.
I know what you're talking about.
Understand, like,
Yeah,
But I said land.
But that's art, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
That is art.
and do you know what the beauty
That
is?
is
Art
art,
is subjective. Like
It's there to provoke provoke conversation.
It's to be interpreted.
And if I listen to a song, you don't make me want to like, or an album or a project. I mean, we're not having a conversation about, bro.
You've done,
Do you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's even like the biggest thing, the worst thing anything in media can do, and that's what's actually happening to modern consumption is I don't feel anything when I watch this stuff. As in, okay, I'll never think about this again. Even if you're bad, let's have a discussion as to why you're bad. At least sometimes you can see someone went for the moon and they didn't quite land,
Like
and
the
because of
SpaceX
that,
thing.
yeah.
That man there. Oh man.
What you man doing? How long were they
They're
up there?
cold. No, I rate it, but every time I saw it, they blew up.
Just give it a rest.
Give it a rest
SpaceX,
already.
man. Big up SpaceX.
Hey, listen,
What
them
the hell?
astronauts, it's a no from me.
Bro. Anyway, try again, innit?
Have to. What was the point I was trying to make?
You was talking about how people try to go for the moon and it doesn't.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
as long as you make me feel something when you're creating any sort of art, that's the most important thing. Go on.
You really got to hold that statement.
The pause.
No. Yes,
I wasn't sure. I knew it, but he let it bypass.
Wow.
I was thinking about something completely different, but since we're on that topic, yes, pause. But
Yeah. Since we're on that topic.
you can then turn around and speak about because he's just creating whatever he wants. to.
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He's done.
Let me make a point.
I don't think he's done.
He's not.
I'm begging you, let him go.
Let me make a point. Because I'm just speaking to the art of things. So we're having an art conversation.
Yeah.
The same way you got people who go to galleries and look at paintings and try to depict what it means to them is the same way people will listen to a song that is absolutely garbage to you
Yeah.
and will find beauty in what that piece is. And that's what art is, bro. Some people make music, yeah. It's gonna fall on somebody's ears that loves it, mate.
No. I'm not denying that. I think that's fair. But on the topic of
Him finding art in the swastika like out.
There is.
What the what? Pardon?
Listen,
Sorry.
listen,
See, remember I told you I'm far removed from things. So now let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
You don't know.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
Hey, listen, I wish that could be the name of the app.
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
Oh man.
Hold on a sec. When I was saying art, I was talking about music. Bro.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
He found there's no art in that. There is no art in that.
I'm not gonna debate.
Yeah, there is
I'm
no
not
art in that.
I can't.
Yeah, no.
He's
Make it
cooked.
land.
Yeah, no. There's no
Nah.
landing for that. There's no landing for that.
The airport's done. He's cooked.
And the airport was really done.
Yeah.
You bro,
Really done.
really
He
done.
bro was really done. Yeah, he as a person is shocking. There's no more art there. But I mean, I feel like the
The
lesson
album
about.
does bang.
I can't believe you listen to it.
I think the album is.
What, he's got a new album out?
Yeah, but
Bully?
yeah.
Come out now, yeah.
Yeah,
It's on
apparently.
YouTube though. Like he's put on YouTube, but the thing is, I think the album is probably better than.
I'm hearing this
Just
better
One
than.
Vulture too.
Yeah, I
Gee.
heard.
Listen, we're at a place where you see the world, yeah, it's mad. So things don't surprise me no more, yeah.
Nah, I hear it.
But you see, Kanye West. I didn't say yeah. You didn't hear me say yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye West, bro.
Yeah.
The musician, yeah, the artist, college dropout, Kanye, yeah. He is, no matter if he's crazy or not crazy, doing this, doing that, bro, that person, and we go back to what I was saying in terms of the ayahuasca, yeah?
Yeah.
It will never leave him, bro. He's always going to be the artist that's trying to do things within his madness, but still executing it in a way where it's like, bro, this guy's actually... It's undeniable, bro.
Yeah.
This is sonic art. Like, literally, see how you spoke about Playboy Carti?
Yeah.
He's their reference.
No.
Yeah,
I
You know what I'm saying? So, some people will just push that to the side.
Nah,
and just
you can't, you
really-
can't.
You got cult fans that only see the art in his music.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
care about what he does. They're just like,
I'm with it. Like, I can't deny what he's created. I don't think anyone can. And that is some of the best. It is some of the best music of all time. Like, I
That
can't
first,
be.
6-7 albums are like, there's no misses.
Yeah.
but then you do madness here. It just takes away from
It
your
takes
stuff,
away
man.
so much.
It just takes away. Like,
it's
it just takes away from it. It makes you just
It's just a real stain.
discredits it.
The way I look at it is, to me, Kanye West has died, and no, I really,
my gosh.
and we're left with Ye, and that's not,
Okay,
I don't
bro,
even
but-
see them as the same.
But then
people.
we've been knowing that from ODA.
100.
from when
But
we did ODA.
this is catastrophic. What we're seeing, I couldn't even fathom some of the shit he's tweeting. That's where I'm at.
Well, he was tweeting madness.
Yeah, you
I
could-
did see something about
Jay-Z, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that I saw.
Yeah.
Listen, you can use the English language to do so many great things. The fact that
Bro,
that's
they
what
need
he's.
to take his phone away, man.
Fam.
This only needs to just. They need to just, with respect, because you know the mental health situation and that topic is a very. do you know what I'm saying? I've seen some videos about how it's been misdiagnosed and rare. But gee, someone just needs to lock him in a studio that he can't get out, can't have a phone,
Yeah, facts.
and just please make College Dropout 2 or something.
College dropout.
Because bro, gee.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is he still there musically? You think after listening to Bully?
It's a.
This is
when
what
I
I'm
say
saying.
it's a
It will
perfect
never
album,
go. It will never leave.
This album is actually perfect.
Hey,
Wow.
Like,
if any-
lyrically,
Is he?
yeah, he could change a few lyrics, but quite literally, it's a perfect album.
Damn.
It's actually a perfect album. Like, it's far better than V1 and V2.
And it makes me think that is that the only thing that actually puts him in his pure sanity when he's making music.
That's
Probably.
because
Even if it don't come out like that.
you can't be this chaotic and then just produce something like
Bro.
this spectacular, like consistently. Like you just the Taylor Swift situation, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. You complaining about all this other stuff happening in fashion.
Slavery was a choice.
You being a massive amount of
Yeah.
debts.
Bare things.
And then that you drop Jesus and then come back and then you drop the Life
Gospel.
of Pablo.
Oh, and then after was it the gospel?
And then no,
Yeah.
afterwards it was
Was it
Well,
Ye?
for me,
it was like the 5 albums, yeah. And then,
Yeah.
then
he
you
cooked
drop-
that summer.
Yeah, then you drop Donda.
Wow.
Do you get what I'm saying?
What, he
Like,
dropped 5 albums?
Well, he's heavily involved
Oh,
in
you
5
mean when he
albums.
produced,
Oh, that was when he was
Daytona.
doing the Nas.
Yeah.
He was doing
Tiana
Pusha T,
Taylor.
Tiana Taylor.
He gave Pusha T his best album still.
Yeah, Kid Cudi.
Kid Cudi. And who was the last one? The
He
last
was
one was
his.
the good.
Yeah, it was his.
Okay.
Oh, Kids See Ghosts. Oh
Kids See-
yeah.
Oh,
Kids See
bro.
Ghosts. Nah,
Bro,
I knew you'd be a Kids See Ghosts kind
bro,
of guy.
This guy hates it.
you hate it. You hate it,
It's not for
bro.
me.
No,
but
but
I
it's
don't
just-
like Cuddy.
It's the one song. It's the one song. It's them two featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Free. That's my favorite on that whole album. My favorite song. It's called. Yeah, it's called Free. It's called Free, bro.
Yeah.
Banging tune. But yeah, Kids See Ghosts. Wow.
No, that was a time to be alive.
I remember
And
that.
then those 5 albums, and then after that, then there was Don the One.
That's the first gospel album,
Yeah.
right?
No, because there's
Then
Wow, bro.
There was
Follow God.
Jesus.
Yay.
Is
It's called
King.
Yay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No, I know
Yay,
what
then,
you're on.
Yay, then Jesus is king.
Yay, then
Okay.
Jesus is King.
Yeah.
So then he got everybody back on the nice vibe. Then it was Don the One.
Okay.
That's when he was on top of the world. Don the 2, Defcon 3. I was like, alright, cool. Shut up. Went to. That's where he needs to go. He needs to go to Japan. He just needs to go to Japan. 'Cause when he goes to Japan,
He's calm.
He's calm.
Yeah,
No harassment, no nothing. He's just calm.
yeah.
Then V1 came out. Everyone's like, cool. Now he's back on the
Yeah,
road.
being in the States does something to his mind. It's nuts.
I didn't even realize he dropped that much stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, post like everything you think about. He's been making music. I mean, like, well, it's not his best body of work. I completely agree, and I know that. Like, I'm not saying that, but like, the Kanye album I enjoy the most is The Life of Pablo, and that is post all of that
Can I
stuff.
ask you why?
It's because it was a time in my life. Like, this is.
Remember when I said there's certain songs and whatever that are snapshots of your. So we're biased to them.
Yeah. But I already know it's not his best body of work. Like, I'll
Okay,
never
it's
come up
just
here and
what
say
it was.
it's just what it was. You know what I mean? Obviously, I think his best album is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But yeah, I think for me the one I enjoyed the most was The Life of Pablo. I think it just meshed everything, the sound I wanted, where I was at a point in my life, and I still go back to a lot of the songs on there, and yeah, really enjoy.
I think that's very interesting because for me, it's like even though I don't listen to him, I could hear a song and go, wow, what is that snare? What's that sound?
Yeah.
He's just created like just the process in which he does things is why I just always thought he was dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His process, his vocal in that way. The way, you know what I'm saying? The pattern in which he has chosen to do this verse. Just his choices as an artist is just very interesting. Like, he's just really he's free. He's just very free, man. Yeah, man.
I think that's what it really
But
boils
yeah.
down to. I respect artists that, which is something he's done in his career, but artists that take a gamble and do things that you think, what the. You ever heard a song, first listen and thought, oh my God, get this out of my ears. And then maybe a few plays later, I see what they were trying with
On
that.
site, bro.
Yeah.
On site.
First song on Jesus, bro.
Okay.
Oh my God,
'cause obviously, like Damien was saying, My
Yeah.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, that was my favorite album. So the next one, I was like, hopefully he's gonna bang. The first, I press play. I'm hearing
thought there was
like
something wrong with your
distortion,
speakers.
bro.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
bare.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what is this?
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
eventually, like, oh shit.
Black Skinhead was on
okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. Nah, you cooked still.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, them artists, man. It's like sometimes the public, we have a viewpoint or like we want an artist to kind of be in this sound forever. Then they just hit us with a curve, like and then we're like, what the hell is he making?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
their journey, innit?
I think Ye is.
like,
What does that mean?
like he's bought into his own hype, if that makes
Okay,
sense. Like,
okay.
he's
I understand it though, because he is a genius, bro.
No, he is.
He is a genius, bro.
He is.
and I get that, but
But he's cooked.
you have to be able,
And this is what I'm
be
saying.
able to.
This is what I'm saying.
Because there's a difference
Crazy.
between-
There's mad geniuses, bro.
There's a difference between TinyMan and Michael, if that makes sense.
There
Like,
is, there
there's
is.
and I think the problem is for him, the two have combined, and it's now one person, and that ego is insane.
But you need to understand, there's us here talking in Pirate and Dalston. And then there's my man Blood. He's living the Truman Show, bro.
We don't know.
Yeah.
Until you're in those shoes, like you're living with a
Like one
Kardashian,
thing we
all
can
these
guarantee
things.
is that he might make some more music, but we don't
Yeah.
know what else he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He might put himself on fire tomorrow. Who knows?
On God, like with him,
And then
he's so
say
predictable.
album out next week on fire. Like, bro, we don't know what the hell he's gonna do.
on fire.
Who knows,
Wow.
bro?
What's crazy is the
Yeah,
fact
what a
that
promo run.
We actually acknowledge that he's a genius, but he dropped what's this track?
Pretty scooped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was just a piss off my man, isn't it? Really?
Listen, it worked.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, no one knew except for Drake. So fair play, man.
I would have been livid if I was Drake. I'm kicking down doors.
And he did it on beat as well. Poop, poop.
Nah, he's in.
School.
No, do you know what? When he came back to do it again on what's it, Pusha's album,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he was still using that. He's different, man. He's different.
Different, bro. Phenomenon, bro.
For real.
He's a special person, bro.
Nah.
Trust me. But yeah, man.
Oh man. You was gonna touch on something.
Adolescence.
Adolescence.
Yeah.
You watched it?
I watched it, man.
Yeah, important topic. Let's discuss it. Let's get into it.
Very important topic. What, the topic of the show or the topic of
Everything. Where do we
Okay.
start with? Where do we start with the show?
I think it was dope. Nah, I think I didn't know what to expect of it. Everyone was saying it was dope. Obviously, Asher D,
Yeah,
Ashley
yeah.
Waters. I was always gonna watch it. Stephen Graham. I think
He's the best actor
he's
alive right now. You know.
brother. For me personally, yeah. See England, see UK. We're the best actors, man.
Oh God.
Far, bro.
Hey,
Our
listen.
theatre
Is there an American
training,
on our level right now?
bro. Our theatre training, our dialect
think so.
training.
Nah.
Yeah.
Our staging, our line delivery, our intensity, our character development within scenes, everything you can talk about. See, that man, Stephen Graham.
I forgot you were a drama kid.
Nah, man,
In the best way possible.
bruv. See that man there. They're aliens, bro. Actors, don't play with them, bro. Different level of what do they call it again?
Kettle.
Determination and
Oh,
whatever else.
yeah.
But yeah, I really liked it because to me it felt like there was something strange about it. Then I went on to find out what was strange about it. I'm watching it, I'm thinking this feels like theatre on screen. So that really got me. So a lot of the time when I'll be watching stuff, yeah, I might watch it knowing what it's about or kind of see how it develops. And this one I was kind of like, okay, you're watching it and you're going, they got this. This is the wrong kid. And as it goes along,
Yeah.
you're thinking, oh my, I feel like I'm in a theatre. I'm attached to all of this. It's deep. Some shows you have no emotional attachment to them. Doesn't mean that the acting is bad, but
Yeah.
but with this one it was deep because it's something that could be real. Opened your eyes.
Yeah, very real.
Stephen
Very
Graham.
real.
Yeah, Stephen Graham as well. For me, he's like one of the best. So that definitely drew me in.
Like you could see Stephen Graham down the road.
Yeah.
And you could see the kid as well. Like you probably know of this family. this
Incredible
real,
actor.
like,
Very
for
real.
Yeah.
Very real.
It was a really important watch. Initially, upon watching it, I did have issues with it, probably more than most people. But
Like what? I'm curious.
I felt the one shot overstayed its welcome. I thought it was a sick attempt at something really special, but I feel like by halfway through episode 2, it I was like, this is played out. Like you've used your trick.
Yeah, that really annoyed me. Like when Ashley Waters was chasing the kid, I'm like, bro, pick up the pace.
Bro,
Pick up the pace. No, he was what?
Pick up the pace.
Yeah, he was moving
jogging.
slow.
You think?
Drop kid.
He could have caught him. He could have.
No, I don't think that kid
He could have
was.
caught him. There was a point where I saw a
They
shot.
were
Yeah,
not moving fast.
he was there. Actually, he was there.
They were not moving fast.
It's just
I
like-
said, hey, hold on a second.
He was doing the emote. I can't believe that.
But that was the thing I was gonna say. I was like, there's something about this. What is there's something? And I was clocked. There's hardly any cuts.
Yeah.
I was like, this is why
One
it feels so intense.
Yes.
Yeah.
It made me
And
feel
it
like I
worked.
was in the room.
It worked for episode 1. It didn't work for episode 2. Worked for episode 3. Didn't work for episode
Can
4.
I ask you a question? Did
Go
you
on.
have I had a disconnect. Not script wise or whatever, but shot wise, when it was the boy and the lady in the room. And
Really?
he kept on having having outbursts.
But that. How so?
Was that a one shot as well?
Yeah, the whole thing is one shot.
That's what I'm saying. At that point, I felt the disconnect when I thought, ooh.
Kind of. Because
Yeah.
It was almost like, hang on a minute.
What do you mean?
kinda
As in, like, it
flipped.
took you out of the scene?
It was very bipolar behavior.
It was. That's the kid,
No,
innit?
but it didn't make sense. Like
I guess because we hadn't spent a lot of time with him, so we actually didn't get to know what his
But
psyche
that
was
scene
like.
was definitely pivotal. It
100%.
wasn't- That's why I said I wasn't speaking to the acting, not to the script, but more so the shooting of it. I got drawn into the scene so much. I was waiting for like something to go.
Yeah.
At the time though, I didn't know the whole series was gonna be one shot.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I hear
Get me?
it. I thought episode 2 really let it down. All that stuff with Ashley, I was gonna call him Ashley D. Ashley Waters' son and him. That was pants.
What the bit where they in the school?
Yeah,
I thought that was important.
What, when they
no,
meet up and-
because he gave him the clues. I didn't feel like.
What do you mean? I'm lost. I felt like that scene kind of allowed us to realize, wow, we don't know what
we don't
hell's
know
going
what we're
on.
talking about, and
So when
they
he-
thought they were on something, and the son just let him know that no.
Bro,
Nah, what
Oh,
you
in
think
fact,
it is?
It was she was bullying him. In fact,
Yeah.
But even
Oh.
but even still, I just feel the way. You're right, because it is of such great importance. The way it was handled, I just felt like it was almost being played for
I
gimmicks.
understood it, though.
I'm not saying we didn't
Because-
get it.
No,
what that
because
specific bit.
That specific bit,
was
the whole thing
basically
in the
like
school.
His dad, he's basically talking to his dad.
Mm.
But the way his dad is receiving it, he's talking
Yeah.
to like
Like, oh, come on, get to it. Like,
no, he's talking to like he's talking to someone just to get information. He's not talking to his
yes,
son.
that's what.
son.
Yeah, yes.
That was the point that I was getting.
and that was a running theme where he
Yeah.
felt like his dad is just always going work and he ain't really
Yeah.
got time for him. Yeah?
Yeah.
And I felt like that scene was good for me. I liked that scene because up till then you had the bit where it looked like his son was getting like
Bullied.
getting like bullied because his dad's the police and he felt like he's kind of timid. But when he spoke, I was thinking, this is a little you know, like he's like, yeah. Showed a bit of character. And then he was like, there's the other bit, he's like, you want to go and get some chips?
Yeah.
I was thinking,
yeah, at least at that point, like his
But
son now knows is like, okay, now I'm speaking to my dad. Like,
Yeah.
now I'm
Yeah, fair
comfortable
enough.
with him. So like that was really, really important. So that's what I understood from it.
I hear
felt
it.
like that dialogue
Dynamic.
was like, you could see there was a contrast in where his dad was like, I need to relax for a bit. Like, this is
let me
my actual son.
get out of
Maybe,
Right now, what's everything that's
maybe
happening right
I've
now?
just trying to get information out of him.
Yeah, because now
Yeah.
like, he understands like, yeah, like
Yeah,
I need to
yeah.
be there for my
And
son.
that's a dope point because even in direction, I was thinking he almost like the way he asked the teacher, "Can I have a room so I can speak to my son?"
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
almost
yeah.
like he was like about to interview him.
Yeah.
As opposed
Yeah.
to, son, come over here. Let's just talk quick. Da, da, da. It was almost like he was in job mode.
Yeah.
That's so
But see, I feel like that really. I don't know. I feel like that should have been.
You didn't catch it right there and then.
Nah, I feel that should have been maybe better written. But I appreciate. That's the thing that I'm really enjoying about the show. The more I talk about it, the more I'm seeing that and hearing things that I didn't
Something
take
you
in.
watched
Yeah,
twice.
yeah. Because I didn't peep that point of view. But the way I interpreted that, I was like, wow, this conversation is weird because you man are father and son. Like, I'd at least think there'd be a bit more warmth, but maybe that's the point,
Yeah.
you know?
And the show didn't really give you like a prequel or origin
Yeah,
as
there's
to
none of
what
that.
got them to the point of their relationship. You just
Yeah.
kind of pick off where and you find out he's a son, got
Yeah.
a son or whatever. So yeah, man. But for me, it's like it showed two sides of it's dope, man. It was dope, man. There's like two sides of the coin, two fathers. You know what I'm saying? Two fathers with sons in separate situations, but have come from the
Yeah.
same place almost.
Yeah.
I liked how they, in a sense, flipped it. You know what I'm saying? Flipped it.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah,
Because
Oh,
it's like,
well,
no, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because and this is the thing where, as much as I love the UK, I love shows like Adolescence because it's not just them in hoodies. Oh yeah, shake it. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying in that sense.
Oh,
whereby-
I see.
100%.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
yeah.
the narrative online is that it's based on a story where the child was black, and now they're kicking off about that. But they've said, the writers and the creators have said, no, it's about a lot of stories that are going on in the UK, not in just the UK, in the world. The fact that they named Andrew Tate, I think what's happened is, I don't know, this might be a bit conspiracy baggage, is that they're seeing, this red pill stuff is going too far. We're going to be in a
Red pill.
position. So like, people going into the manosphere.
It's anti-feminism.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, of course. It's that
Yeah.
foundational like misogyny and stuff.
Yeah. They're going, that too many men are going down that path. We need great media to showcase it. I think it was so important, and we're
I
all
think mentioning his name kind of linked it in.
Yeah,
I remember
but we
back
already
in the
knew
day-
what direction it was him.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was him.
yeah,
But,
It was-
that popularized this kind of
Yeah,
mindset.
Andrew Tate. Yeah,
but
He's
like,
got to hold it, man.
He has to.
100. Yeah, no, because it's like you're a false prophet.
agreed.
Because in a sense now we're in a sense where people are worshipping celebrities and stuff. They might look to him like the guy, like anything he says is the truth. And then use now those kind of ways of being easy to practice when you're a little youth that's going to a mixed school. Your first now you wanna all the madness you wanna you know do it to the very people that you should be protecting. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's very weird, man.
I think it's just so fascinating. We're all men in here, and I know I down the line want kids. I think stuff like this is so important to watch because the biggest takeaway as well is the family. They didn't when the parents were talking in that final episode. They knew niche about that boy. There's no way you could ever tell me when I want to be a father that I don't know my child, or he comes home, gets into his room, 5 o'clock, shuts off, and I don't see him again until he wants dinner or something. I can't have that environment because it leads to stuff like this, what we're seeing.
So you're saying in that, well, from the show, he's like,
There's a powerful lesson in there for even just people who are even parents now. Like, being involved in your child's life is so important.
But one thing I kind of empathize with them a bit is that you can only really like regulate how
So
much they
much.
do. So
I think
once
that-
once you get on the internet, it's a different.
No, I
world.
hear it,
Never
but I
know.
think
Different
they
world.
just let him be. They should have had so much more involvement, I feel.
But it's easy to say that.
but
It's
in
Nah,
easy to say that.
I don't think it
It's
is.
easy to say
I-
that, but unless you're sat there next to them watching
No,
what they're
I'm
doing
not.
on Roblox,
I know.
or,
But I think
you know,
it's even.
think about all the
just-
stuff that we did online, bro.
I hear it.
It's not as bad as now, but
No,
like,
no, and I
obviously-
actually, you know what? I appreciate new parents who are gonna have to grow up now or have children navigating the internet. But I just feel sometimes things are simple. As in, let's not overcomplicate. Spend more time with your child. You man, they're saying that by their own admission, they didn't spend enough time with him. He was able to go off and do his own thing. There's things you can do. There's ways you can monitor him. They sound like they just took a back seat. His business took off. She didn't do as much. I think it's really important that you be involved. Easier said than done, of course, but sometimes.
But I think it's more than that. Like you're influenced by where you
like,
live,
where the world is at.
Oh,
as well.
cool.
who your friends are.
All your friends are
What you
online,
get into.
Snapchat, blah 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 blah.
I'm not.
So
I'm
connected.
not saying it's easy, but for me, that was a standout thing that they could have done. At least so that you can absolve yourself, because what those parents were feeling was a lot of guilt, because they knew they had some part to play in
and
him
it could
getting
have been
to that point.
okay.
That could.
But then, as a parent, you will always hold that responsibility, regardless, because it's your son that has done.
Nah,
X, Y,
I
and
know,
Z.
but I felt like
Because even if you do everything perfect, there's no
yeah.
like there's still like margin for
Of
error.
course,
There's
of course,
nothing you
of
can
course.
do about certain things.
But
like
I
that.
feel like you're try to minimize it as much as possible. I'm sitting here from a very privileged position as I don't have a child and
Yeah.
I'm not raised someone who's navigating the internet. But I just feel like the lesson I'm taking from this show is, okay, just be mindful, be
Awareness.
present, be involved.
I feel like the show did its job because it's, even though there's some people that might not agree with certain things within the show, again, art is there to provoke conversation,
Yeah, for sure.
and opinion and whatever else.
Perfect, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so we're having a discussion about this. This might make parents say, you know what, clamping down, gonna spend more time, gonna do this, gonna do that, because we don't want. And then another thing as well, you're not only battling these platforms, you're battling mindsets on the platforms. You're influencing adolescent kids that are impressionable.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And some may want to feel the need to belong to something.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
same way that kids get groomed into being into gangs. A sense of belonging, a sense of whatever. The backdrop might be them being misogynistic, bro. They're all in this group chat with one goal, being misogynistic. Wow. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like breaking that as well, and, kind of getting into the mindset of telling kids to be themselves and not be impressionable and not follow the crowd, you know, because it's that as well, man. It's like you're not gonna know you're wrong as in that age if you're not being told that you're wrong about certain things.
Yeah,
if you're just
true.
left to do your thing like they did in the show,
Yeah, then you're
he's got so much time. Who's telling him that he's wrong about what he's saying? You know, so
Nah.
yeah, easier said than done. But I think it was a dope show to open
100.
our eyes
Yeah.
because I never knew what was going. I didn't know about this concept, bro.
It was, yeah, I think it's important TV, and I think, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, people had a really important decision to make as to what sort of media they were gonna enjoy that weekend, because that awful, well, it's not getting good reviews at the moment. Electric State that came out with Millie Bobby Brown. That's you either watch the high quality stuff or you watch the good stuff, and I'm pleased to see more people consumed the entertainment that was actually good for them and beneficial in a world where I just feel like so much dross is being put out,
Yeah,
stuff,
trash.
stuff with no meaning. Like, even if you might not enjoy it, it's the message is there and it's clear to see, and it's working because them man are crashing out on Twitter, so they know
Why, what is
the
crashing
block is
out on
hot.
Twitter.
What are they saying?
Elon's basically just discrediting it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Waste, man.
Discrediting what? Sorry.
The Adolescence.
The Adolescence
yeah.
show.
But his bag for him, his people, them, they can't have that because it's now going to expose. Oh, rah! Like, I didn't think like. In order for Elon's fanboys is basically who the Adolescence you is. Same for Andrew Tate. So that sort of media he can't have.
It's dangerous, bro.
Nasty business, man.
Yeah, oh
Like
God.
Dangerous.
Oh God. He might be my new number one up. I can't stand him. Anytime he's in the media, he's not for me.
Damn.
No comment.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even know what's going on, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ignorance is bliss, bro.
oh God, do you know what?
100%.
I saw
Listen,
they,
man.
you know how they be doing interviews in the street? They went up to this guy and they said, "What do you think of the Prime Minister?" He said, "Who?" He said, "The Prime Minister Keir Starmer." Said, "Don't know the bloke, can't give an opinion."
Fair.
Trust.
He had the biggest smile on his face. I was like, I'm trying to be like
Fair.
you.
Yeah, nah, it's being too tapped in. And
Yeah,
Nah,
sometimes you gotta
yeah.
leave some room for yourself and meet the world
Yeah.
halfway, man.
100%,
Like, yo,
man.
all this overconsumption, overstimulation is doing too much for our nervous systems, bro.
100%.
See me, man. I'll just not. I'll act like I don't even know what's going on.
Nah.
I'm telling you, there was a year where I listened to nothing but Amapiano.
What?
Serious. I didn't know what was going on. So by the time I listened to new music, it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
When you're it's too much.
Nah,
And
I
it's
agree.
there to do that, man. The era that we're in, it's just too much.
Well,
too
that's
much.
someone said that's part of evolution that we're missing out on, that we haven't evolved to,
Pass my phone, please.
is that the human mind hasn't evolved enough for the internet, because you're not supposed to be able to take in that much in one day. I could find out about 1,000 things that have nothing to do with me or that I don't even care about, and now I know this information. There's so much doom and gloom, especially online. Like, if I look at myself and I'll be like, oh, I'm feeling a bit down, I'll be like, how much time did you spend on TikTok today? That's probably why.
It's real, you know. That's wow.
Yeah,
So
it's
go out into real life, bro.
touch grass, as the kids are saying.
What were you saying though? Use lot 282 episodes in, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's an art in that. There's an art in being able to have a conversation for 2 hours, G, and like speak about different things, yeah. It's like in 282 episodes, yeah, what have you actually taken away from, you know, being podcasters in a sense?
That's a great question.
Have we done the
I
chat?
like
Yeah.
to. I don't want to. Well, there was a phrase where I say, "When I'm right." But the thing is, I do like to at least challenge some concepts, because
Yeah.
you can't always be standing on this one thing 10 toes, and then when you really see it in real life, it's like, oh, you know what, maybe I'm wrong. So at least when you challenge it and then really get that dialogue and then really have a balanced thought, then it's like, cool, you know how to
Yeah.
move.
Standing
And really
on-
and truly, I have to thank these guys for it as well.
Yeah.
We say you was just stand on business straight.
No, not always. Not always.
Is there stand on business and there's stand corrected? and then there's being a stand. A yes man.
I wouldn't say a yes man.
Yeah, no, of course not, bro. Come on, man.
But in all three, yeah, sometimes. So it'll just be like, okay, cool. But then sometimes it'll be like a case where we can all agree on something. But I just still want to challenge that concept.
Because again, for me, I see everything as a spectrum.
Yeah.
There's not just the one set thing. There's you might have the side of the spectrum that people speak about so much that makes it seem like it's the whole thing. Yeah. But we've got the others that are unspoken of. Yeah. And the you know, the opinions and the concepts that are unspoken of and unchallenged. So sometimes they call them people, what they call them people again?
Contrarians.
That's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need people like you, bro.
100.
So
100%.
Yeah, so I mean, thanks to these two, because at least that concept gets challenged. We have a balanced thought. Whether we all agree on something or whether we don't, then it still gets brought forward.
Yeah.
And we can still put it forward. And then more importantly, the people who are listening, people who are watching, they can get to see it and then they can have a balanced thought as well.
Yeah,
so
facts.
I think that's really something that's really kept the podcast the way it is.
Agreed.
And also some banter. But the thing is, I really just want to let it fly, man. I want to crash
Facts,
out,
man.
I just want to just like...
I'm with you, bro. It's the
Just
reason why I
talk
don't do these.
nonsense.
Nah, I hear
It's the
it.
reason why I don't do these, bro. Cause
The
it's just
future's future's streaming.
You know, they're watching, bro.
Nah, I hear it.
active.
Yeah, man. They know who we are.
282 episodes later, y'all could have been gone in 5, 10, 15.
Yeah,
that's a fact, man.
That's
You know what I'm
a fact.
saying?
That's
Because
possible.
yeah, man.
Possible. I mean, they still might find something, but
Oh, without a doubt, man. Look,
Always something to
Yeah.
find, man.
I think for me, it's just the consistency because we obviously went through a patch which I think a lot of people do, where it's like you might not take it as seriously. Then I think around pandemic times, we all just sat down like, let's just do this and let's do this like properly. And ever since then, we've kind of been on that trajectory, and it's such an important skill as a person, to stay consistent, but to work with others and to reach and have a common goal. And on top of that, we're friends and we ain't falling out over this. No one's been upset or like we're brethren. I know I'm going to stay friends with these guys for life, and I'm so happy that this is something I've had the opportunity to do with these man. I've known him since year 6, known him since year 7. Like that's special. And then we created something that's going to have 300 episodes. Yeah, you can't chat to me.
That's something.
facts.
That's something that again, hang it in the Louvre, bro.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
We are Chafford, and that's and we put on for where we're from.
I wouldn't say Old Trafford. Did you say Old Trafford or Old Trafford?
No, I said we are Chafford.
Oh, I thought you said Old Trafford. I was going to say, brother, that was the wrong one.
OT?
Theatre of Dreams?
I said OT. That's talking country.
No, it's
Say OT.
Yes, it's beautiful, man. And in that 300 or 282 episodes, probably learned more about each other. And do you know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
learn about each other, learn about people.
Yeah.
And for me, one of the most interesting things, because obviously before it was this form, Demi basically had people he knew from uni come onto the pod, right? And that was something we kind of brought onto this. So we'll have guests like yourself and other people who've had on before. And for me, the mad thing I've taken from this pod is that if you have a niche or if you have something you actually like or put time and effort into, you can create like not even a cult, but just like a whole world of things that you won't even be privy to. So you know how you're saying like you're just, I don't know about this type of thing. There's been so many guests we've had on where they've created something or they're doing something that we have no interest in.
Yeah.
So we had someone that went to our school and she's like basically created this $1 million company.
Yeah.
And if I saw her brand on the street, without knowing that she was on the pod, I would never know it existed and I would never know she went to our school.
That was a good find for a guest as well.
How mad is that?
Yeah, she's gone clear. Clear.
Or even like
Lockdown.
like brother, like so
Lockdown
many
Max.
people like that. Yeah, exactly. Like bare people who've had on the pod, like wouldn't know.
Yeah, and do you know what? We don't. I know we often joke about it, but like we're visionaries in the sense that we've seen things. We said, that's dope," and we said it on the pod, and then 2 weeks later, that's the direction that the thing goes in, or we invite a guest on when that's not
manifestation.
Or they've not got much emotion, and then like 2 months later, you see they're popping. Like Lockdown is probably He's out of here.
Yeah, lockdown.
Oh wow! I thought you know the whole time you were saying lockdown.
You thought you were talking about? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's dope. That's dope.
yeah, lockdown team.
But-
Shout out to him.
Yeah,
Lockdown
no,
T.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah. What he does, yeah, he's special. And all the artists he's getting to link up with now, and where we don't have an ego, so it's from a place of love. Like I see that, I see him on the gram. I'm like, but I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah,
No one deserves this more than you. I've seen you work hard. I've seen you grind. Same for Max. Max is in so
Shouts
many.
out to Max, man.
Yeah, for real. He's in so many spaces, and you're like, you deserve to be there because I know you love the thing you're doing as well.
Not in it for the clout.
Yeah, a lot of people are in it for the bag now because there is possibly one. I can speak specifically for Lockdown T and Max. They love what they do.
You see, there's people who whereby regardless of what's going on in the world, like I see a video of that guy Sloan. Sloan, is it Sloan?
Yeah.
He said a nice quote, man. He's like, I need to breathe, like I need to breathe, like see, so art is oxygen to me. Like I said, damn, I get it, man. I get it. I really get it, and it's like, and you said something dope as well about the niche thing, and like kind of carving out your tribe. It's your tribe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The
100%.
people that you know that see in the same lenses as you, but then also appreciate your vision. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
You get me? And it's like, those are the people we do it for, bro. I'm not doing it to be heard by millions.
Yeah.
I'm here to be affected like by people that I meet along my journey. And it's like you said, a trait that a lot of us don't have these days is the ability to be here and go, I'm happy for that person, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might be doing what I might be doing. They might not be doing what I'm doing. I'm happy. Bro, the amount of people I've been surrounded by, God has just placed me in their career or their journey at a point where they're turning or something's happening for them. It's so many. I could look back and go, how the hell have you placed me around so many of these people and nothing is happening for me? What the hell's going on? I do not see that. I just see it as, bro, I'm not in this changing room for no reason, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah.
All-star weekend, our man's got a number. I better pattern up. Because everybody is triple-double, this, 59 points, I'm here. Like, I'm here though, bro. I need to pattern up. So it's like, and I think with people who are, again, consistent, that care about what they do, you can kind of see it. They walk in that frequency. They like, do you know what I'm saying? They're just movers and shakers, bro. It's not hard to have a conversation with them about visionary stuff or like, where do you see the world in this aspect, or you know, how does this piece of music feel? How do you interpret this? Because that's just how they operate. And you go to find that there's many more people like that.
Yeah.
Many more. You know, so for me the job is just connecting with people more in that sense, man. So
Do you know what? I will take your advice and see what we can do in terms of, especially for the last 10. It would be difficult to pattern
100.
but try and get on some more guests. That has inspired me.
Bro. It's been
You
it's
owe
not
it to
been
yourselves, bro.
100.
to end with end crashing out.
It's gonna happen, man.
Crashing out. Let's
Crashing
go.
out, you know. Might as well get Crash Holly on the episode, bro. Trust
Come
me.
on.
Yeah,
listen.
man.
I think that's the perfect place to end, really. What are you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll split this in two.
Yeah.
Bro, how long was this?
Nah,
This-
forget
Hour
it.
and
What's
10.
another episode?
100.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's.
I'm gonna come with a guest next time.
Oh, word.
Yeah, please do,
Alright.
100%.
Well, I'll pattern it with you and we can get a date sorted.
100%. I'll bring a guest on, bro.
Say less. So how should we work it?
We'll just do another episode.
Alright, well,
Yeah.
there. And then we start again?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, what is this, 283?
It's actually I was wrong, bro. This is 281.
Oh, well, this is
It
now
what it is, what it
282.
is.
Intros? The real is back, I am two dems.
Bro, we need to close it first, bro.
Man has
Sorry, my bad, I'm all over the place because we said we'll start a new one. Well, what?
All over the place. Bro.
Come on, man. Nah.
VAR, bro.
All over the house.
Yo.
All over the house.
What are we doing? Are we starting again?
No, we're out.